We're going to do dips using the Equalizer bars. Equalizer is a great tool that allows us to do exercises like dips just about anywhere. So I'm going to have Brett get in here, put his hands on the pads there. And we're going to start with a foot-supported variation of the dip. So his feet are out in front of him, give him a little extra support. He's going to lower himself down into position until he gets those arms at least parallel to the floor and drive himself upwards. We want to see that those hands are slightly behind his hips so he can get a good shoulder forearm position as he lowers himself down. If we want to challenge the client a little bit more, we can simply take away the foot support. So he's going to bring his feet underneath him, bring those heels up towards his butt. Now he's going to get more of a forward chest position. So it's going to be more stress on the anterior shoulder, plus he has to support all of his load through his upper body. We're going to do incline push-ups on the Equalizer bars. The Equalizer bars allows us to get our client in an incline position and make that push-up a little bit easier. And so what I'm going to have Brett do is get in a good push-up position here, hands on the pads. Actually, I want you to bring those feet right together so you can brace nice and tight. And you can lower yourself right down into that push-up position and press up. Good. And so the nice thing about the Equalizer bar is he can get a little bit more depth on that push-up because he can drop his chest right in between those hands, a little bit deeper than he would if he was doing them flat on the ground. Now, if a client's having trouble maintaining core stability, we can simply have them go from a kneeling position. So we're going to go down, put these Equalizer bars on the side, turn them sideways. Now, he can go from a kneeling position here, right? That's going to shorten the lever and allow him to get a better trunk position if he's a beginner. Again, hands are parallel here. He can lower himself down to that deep position, drive upwards, and that's going to be our progression and regression for the Equalizer push-up. We're going to do L-sits using the Equalizer. The Equalizer allows us to support that we can really do these exercises just about anywhere. So I'm going to have Brett get his hands just outside his hips. He's going to get those legs out straight in front of him. He's going to get some good support through the shoulders. He's going to lift the legs up and come down. I want to see that he's able to maintain trunk position and just get movement at the legs and at the hips. If we want to make it harder, we can have him just do an isometric hold and hold that top position for time. This is going to be really tough. You see him shaking. It's not that easy. He's going to come right back down. If we want to make it easier, we can just shorten the lever by having him flex at the knee. So now he has a shorter lever arm and he can just do some reps, lift up and hold. That's going to be easier than if he's doing with his legs straight. We can start to build some strength here and then progress him back to that straight leg variation. We're going to do inverted rows using the Equalizer bars. The Equalizers allow us a nice support system that we can really do this exercise just about anywhere. We're going to start with a regressed variation. So Brett's going to get underneath, his arms straight up in front of his shoulders, holding the bars, knees bent, feet flat. So this is going to shorten the lever where he has to support his trunk and his pelvis. He's going to lift his hips up. Good. He's going to pull his chest. I want to see these hips extend a little bit, so try to bridge these hips up a little bit. Nice. Pull his chest through. Hold for a second at the top. From there, if we want to progress this and make it harder, I'm simply going to have him straighten his legs out. Now he's got a longer lever to support from his feet up to his shoulders. I want to see a nice plank position from his feet all the way up to his chest and head. And he's going to pull chest all the way through the bars. I want to see him hold there for a second, straighten those arms out, come all the way back down. We're going to do upper body curls using the Equalizer bar. This is going to be an advanced exercise for the upper body that we're going to have to pull our whole body weight through our bicep and through our arms. So I'm going to have Brett underneath here with his feet flat on the ground. He's going to be thinking about trying to bring his hands towards his face. So he's really curling his whole body all the way up, loading those biceps you can see there through this exercise here. This is going to be a tough progression. That's going to allow us to get some upper body specific exercise using the Equalizer bar. We're going to do a tricep extension exercise using the Equalizer. The Equalizer gives us a good base of support so we can get in a good plank position and then load those triceps, bringing the hands towards the head. So I'm going to have Brett get in a kneeling position here. You can see the Equalizer's out in front of him. He's going to be thinking about dipping his head through and bringing the Equalizer behind his head so we can get the most flexion and load and stretch into those tricep muscles. Again, we want to see that he maintains his trunk position nice and solid while he does it, and that he slides his head down and then fully locks out his tricep position at the top of the exercise.